welcome to Arts for All's Behind the Artist. I'm Angel. I'm a program manager and teaching artist for Arts for All. In this video series, you'll meet some of our TAs, learn more about them, and make some really fun crafts. In this episode, you'll be meeting teaching artist Samantha Funk. For the materials you'll need for today's craft, you'll need paper, pencil, coloring materials of your choice, and please bring that appetite. Let's begin this episode. As I mentioned earlier, I hope you brought your appetite, because this episode, we're talking food, so you will really be hungry by the end of it. We're talking food and how it connects us to those we love, how we can expand our palate and learn other dishes from around the world, and how we can make connection of maybe bread and how we can see it around the world in different ways. What do I mean by that? Let's just see the next clip.
In France, they eat baguettes, long and crusty loaves. In Mexico, they eat tortillas, which are thin and flatbread-like, made from corn or wheat flour. In the United Kingdom, they eat English muffins. They're crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside. In India, naan is a very popular flatbread, which is often served with curries. In Jamaica, they eat bami, which is a flatbread made from cassava root.
Oh, welcome back. We just traveled so many different places and learned about all the breads around the world. My favorite bread? It's a tortilla. Now, as we learned how food can connect us to understand who we are and where we come from, it also connects us to those around us, whether that's family, a group, or a community. As we read our read aloud, we'll learn how Hiro connects with his dad and bonds with his family as they make their favorite dish, ramen.
Ramen for Everyone, written by Patricia Tanui Harja. Hiro loves ramen, with nori seaweed briny like the ocean, with nitomago egg, the yolk golden like the sun, with chakshu pork so tender it melts in your mouth. Most of all, Hiro wants to make the perfect bowl of ramen. Just like his dad and his dad's dad before that. Every Sunday, Hiro's dad makes ramen for dinner. When I was growing up in Hawaii, I watched Grandpa make ramen too, says Dad. That's how I learned. First, Dad chops, simmers, and seasons. Grandpa's secret to a rich and flavorful broth is patience. Then Dad mixes, slices, and dips. Grandpa says the noodles should be soft and springy, just like your earlobe. Finally, Dad shreds, steeps, and stews. And to finish, a choice of toppings for everyone, because you can't argue with taste, says Hiro. Hiro has been studying Dad's technique for some time. When his 7th birthday comes, Hiro decides he's ready. I'm a big boy now, I'm gonna make the perfect bowl of ramen, says Hiro. The next day, Hiro studies his notes. He puts on his apron, he rolls up his sleeves. Let's make ramen. Yes, chef. Broth, rich and flavorful. Let's make the noodles next. Noodles, soft and springy. Thwack, thump, bump, squish. You got this. I guess we make the toppings now. But the seaweed crumbles, the eggs slip through his fingers, the pork falls apart, and there are no toppings for anyone. The broth is bland, the noodles are soggy, and now the toppings are unfit to eat. Dinner is ruined. Hiro rips off his apron. and throws everything into the trash. My ramen is horrible. It isn't perfect like yours. Ramen doesn't have to be perfect, says Dad. Mom and Mia are happy you're making dinner for them, and I bet you can still make their ramen special. That's it. Hiro has an idea. Maybe he can save dinner after all. Hiro tells Dad his plans, and they get to work. And some super special toppings coming right up, says Hiro. He brings out big bowls of piping hot ramen. Cheesy ramen? How clever! I love Asian pearls. Dad, I know how much you love Hawaiian pizza. This bowl is perfect for me. Hiro can't make broth that is rich and flavorful yet, or noodles that are soft and springy yet. But he knows how to make perfect bowls of ramen for Mom, Mia, Sushi, and Dad.
I don't know about you, but I'm already very hungry. Now, the bond that food creates does not always need to be family related. It can bond communities of people and those all around the world. As we hear from our teaching artist Sam, we'll learn how food started to be very important in her family and how it's connecting her to different dishes around the world, not only expanding her palate, which means expanding her taste buds, but also helping her learn about different countries and how they celebrate food. Let's meet Sam.
Hi, everyone, and thank you, Arts for All, for inviting me to share a story today. My name is Sam. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a teaching artist with Arts for All's Literacy Through the Arts program. I mostly teach theater, and in my classes, I love using stories to spark imagination and connection. So today, I'm here as a storyteller, and this story is all about food. To tell it, we have to go back to where I grew up, the Midwestern United States, in a state called Wisconsin. As a kid, I lived in the same city as my grandma, my dad's mom, who we called G. She had 7 kids and 19 grandkids, so family gatherings meant long tables stretching across the house, and the most incredible homemade meals. G is known for her food: chicken and dumpling soup, lasagna, macaroni and cheese, rhubarb pie, and my favorite, potato-crusted chicken. Her recipes became a part of our family's story, passed down from generation to generation. Several years ago, my mom created a recipe book of all of G's dishes. I still use it today. It connects me to where I came from and reminds me how powerful food can be. Because food was so important in my family, I started exploring recipes from different cultures as a way to learn about the world. Each Christmas Eve, my parents, siblings, and I would host a party for my mom's side of the family. One year, I suggested we make it Christmas Around the World, where everyone brought a dish from a different country. My mom loved the idea. She is a storyteller in her own way, too, always dreaming up themes and creative ways to bring people together. Now that I live in Queens, I carry on that tradition. I've been known to host my own themed dinner parties. In fact, this year, I've given myself a big challenge. I want to cook a dish from every country in the world by the end of 2025. If you ever want to tell a story, try starting with a meal. Gather your loved ones, try something new, and share it together. Thanks again to Arts for All, and thank you to you for listening to my story.
Thank you, Sam. Now, it's your turn. Think about your favorite meal. I know we're already very hungry. Think about who makes that meal for you. Is it a family member? Is it a friend? Is it a meal you saw on the internet? Or is it your favorite restaurant? Now, use your imagination. Imagine you are the chef. Who are you making this meal for? Is it a family member? Is it a friend? Is it someone who you may have imagined up? Using the worksheet that we're going to see in just a second, think about who you're going to make this meal for. Think about what this meal looks like in your version, and maybe, with the help of those around you, try to make this meal yourself. We're going to look at the ingredients, the recipe, and the steps to do so. And with that, hopefully throughout time, you'll have your very own recipe book, just like G.
Take out that blank sheet of paper. First, write your name. Then, draw a circle at the very bottom of the paper. In that circle, draw what you want to cook. I drew red enchiladas. Underneath your name, write who you want to dedicate your food to, meaning who you want to give your food to. I wrote my grandma. To the very side of the paper, write down all the ingredients that you'll need. The ingredients that I wrote are tortillas, red sauce, cheese, meat, and onions. On the back, be sure to write the steps so you don't forget the order to do so.
Oof, all this food talk has me hungry. I have to go make food now. But I had so much fun with you, and I cannot wait to see how these recipes turn out and how that book turns out to be throughout time. I hope you gather so many recipes and continue to ask questions. Thank you to teaching artist Sam, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye.